You know the little click when they start when they start the recording, they get a little click.
I know
action.
exactly what you're talking about. I thought you was like watching something. I was like, what the hell?
On the ones and twos, on the ones and twos. Hey, we back for the new year. Hey, this is the first show of the new year.
Happy New Year.
Hey.
This first show of the new year. How y'all feeling?
Happy 2022.
Happy 2022. Hey, that new Nas is fire. That new Nas is fire.
Because you over there grooving.
That new Nas is fire, man. I'm proud of the boy. Old niggas is out here.
Yeah, I've been out here. Please.
But we making better music than these young niggas, though.
I don't doubt that.
You know what I mean?
You
How
already
you
know
doing?
my preference, so you know.
I'm so happy to see y'all. Miss y'all.
Aww.
Saw chocolatey up in here.
You know what? It really is, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm feeling it. Yeah. How y'all doing?
Good.
I'm good. How are you?
I'm
Yeah,
great.
good.
I'm
You know,
great.
we always have to ask him.
Yes.
I'm great. She be really on me since I said that day.
You'll never say, don't nobody ask me how I'm doing again. If you do,
really,
you lying.
you really be on me.
Yeah.
You really be on me. Nah, it's good to see y'all.
It's good to see you too.
Yeah. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, Extendo.
It's 2022.
It's just us three, though.
That's all
Because,
right.
you know, we getting out here. The world is getting attacked again.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Cash D. Shout out to Barb. Shout out to Nikki Savage. Feel me?
Hope y'all come back soon.
Come back soon.
Miss you.
Yeah. I'm Club Dynamite. Coolest ninja you know. I'm here with Taz.
Hey.
I'm here with Shanni Love.
What's happening?
Welcome back to the Deez Ninjas Podcast. It's episode, I don't know, it's 50-something. It's 50-something. I think it's like 56,
Is
something
it?
like that. Yeah,
I'd have to go.
it's like 56.
Okay.
Yeah, we doing that. We back. Keep going, gang. Hashtag.
I just supposed to say hashtag before you say
I
the
say it
word.
when I want to say it.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. We doing shit different this year. We doing what we want to do.
Your hashtags ain't going to come up if you do them like that online.
I'll do it right. Just talking that shit.
Crazy.
What's up, though? How was your New Year? Your New Year, did you guys do anything for New Year's Eve?
No. I usually am in the bed before, the new year rings in, and I'm okay with that. But I've just been real rested. I've had 3 weeks off from work
Yeah.
for the break
Yeah.
and felt good. I could go for another 3.
Why y'all out so long?
Because teachers and staff truly need periods of time away from other children. We have to regroup in order to get through that second semester. A day or 2 ain't gonna cut it.
But it used to be 2 weeks, right? 2 weeks out for Christmas break. It used to
It
always
used to be
three?
like a 2-week break.
No, because you think about it, we always got out right before
We
Christmas.
got like a 2-week break.
Yeah, that's what I remember.
I remember getting out right before Christmas.
We was
and
going
then
back after New Year.
Going back. No, I was used to going back right because the way the Martin Luther King holiday falls.
They must have shortened it for
was
y'all.
always that.
They must have shortened it for y'all.
No,
I
mine
was going back
long.
I was 2 weeks.
after. Yeah.
It's always been like
But y'all
that.
also start school now in August, right?
In the South, yeah, but no, out here.
I
we
thought that
start in
was out
September.
here.
I don't know. I can't even give you none of that info. Would it be anything accurate at all?
Anyway, I wasn't inside for New Year. I
went
was
out?
going to be, but my friend is a flight attendant, and she was like, "I'll be out here." So we went to dinner. And since I was already out, I went to go do some karaoke.
Hey.
And that's when you text like, "Hey, we doing karaoke over here."
Hey, we did karaoke too on New Year's Eve. We was rap karaoke. Getting it in.
I still should have been invited.
You were
Well, I
invited.
didn't get an invite either, so that's okay.
Yeah, he told me after the fact. He was like, "You're always invited," and that still wasn't an invite to me.
But I don't understand how people say you're always invited if you don't know where people are.
It was kind of it wasn't like a planned karaoke night.
Gotcha.
It was a very spontaneous. The substances took over and karaoke night happened.
So let me ask you guys this: with the new year coming in, do you guys have anything like? Were you guys very superstitious about certain things? Like, people be like, the first man that walks in the house has to have money in your pocket.
Child, a man still has not come in my house yet, because I'm on something new. But when one does come over, I don't care if it's February or March. You better have some money in your pockets.
Well, like
I don't have none of them kind of superstitions.
My granny does. She still does the black eyed peas and the chitlins.
My granny does too.
I don't have anything.
So not the chitlins, just the black eyed peas.
Oh, no,
she don't do no pork
too.
Because black people feel like pork at the New Year will.
No, she just do the black eyed peas. Okay. Well, the black eyed peas gonna have pork
ham
in it.
hock or something.
Yeah, that's just the way she gonna season it, but no chitlins.
Well,
I was making fun of even the older people in my family that were eating shit. I'm like, what y'all doing?
Because they believe it's gonna bring them luck at some point.
Nah, they just holding on to some crazy shit. I'm like, stop this. We were forced to eat these things. Stop it. Stop holding on to it. It's not good.
Man, well, my mom, she's still, and I can't say it's just because I live with her, because even when I did not live with her, we used to get the same phone call. The rule in my family is you are not to have wet clothes going into the new year, or you'll wash somebody out of your family, right? So the thing, and my family takes that seriously. I have cousins like my age that be like, yeah, no, I washed 3 days ago. Like, we ain't even trying it. So I asked my mom, because one year my family got hit, like, back-to-back deaths, and this was before the pandemic, right? And I said, so Ma, here we got dry clothes going into the new year, and we still... people gonna go. Like, it's not like, right. This changes, but she don't play about that. So literally, I still got clothes I gotta wash because, I kind of waited to the last minute before the end of the break. And when I got ready to wash, I knew they were gonna all be dry coming into the new year. So I'm like real behind.
I did a nice little cleanup, like full blown, almost like spring cleaning type cleanup. Yeah.
Oh, I gotta see this.
Yes. See.
I did do that. I just didn't wash all the clothes.
Real shit,
but they in a bag.
Real shit. Right? And just to bring in the new year fresh. Right. Like, I don't really have any like superstitions, but I just like that nice, clean, fresh start. Yeah. Like I said, I like the positivity and the like go-gettiness of New Year's. Everybody has that positive go-get it feeling, like I'm gonna do something, and whatever you're trying to do. Anybody got any new
I do, and I want to say this because I saw a lot of people talking about, I hate when people say New Year, New Me. Don't, if that's how somebody want to rock, let them be, because for me, the New Year is like a checkpoint for me. So like I usually have goals, and I like to see when that New Year hits,
right,
how far I really made it into those goals. My birthday is my other, like goalposts, and that's how, I do things. So like this year, I'm really like taking my health really more ahead, because I don't know how y'all did, but that pandemic rocked me. Like, this is the heaviest I've ever been. So now it's like trying to
So now it's take action time.
Yeah, because you look up and you like, okay, I can only get bigger from here. So it's about trying to really get back on track and really just hitting those goals, because I don't want to just constantly have the same thing. And so far so good, because last year I made it my point to put my head down and keep going. So I'm finally seeing those things come.
I see you on your health
keep
shit.
Going, gang.
You didn't get none of them egg rolls. I seen the salad, girl.
That's right. And it was so good, I ended up actually dropping a piece of fish on the floor. Didn't even know it. It was that good.
I find that whenever I really dig into salad, I always tell myself, why don't I eat more salad?
Yeah, me too. Some salads really be bomb.
All salads be bomb. Really? They pretty much, unless you give yourself just doing some trash, or you like eating something from 7-Eleven or something.
I guess it just be some dressings I'm not a fan of.
Okay.
Or like fruits in salad. I don't like that.
Well, when you start doing different combinations and, start getting exotic, that all depends. But in general, just make yourself a nice clean salad. Works every time.
It's funny you said the fruits, because, okay, I'm not going to lie. I really thought our beige friends had a lot of things wrong with raisins and stuff. But
you done found out,
man, because Vacation Barb made me a salad one day, right?
Right.
And I couldn't. When I thought it was the sweet kale, so I bought some. Right. I was like, this don't have like that sweet. What am I missing?
What am I missing?
Right. Then I realized what it was the dried cranberries.
That's the sauce.
But before I thought it was raisins, so I actually put raisins in and I like it. I did not think I would like raisins in my salad.
I learned about raisins in my salad a long time ago, like Sizzler salads.
You was just throwing shit off in there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna send y'all both the link to this. It's relevant to what we talking about. To this thing by, I forget his name, but he was like, if salads threw a party.
Okay, so it's to get down.
I'm gonna forward it to y'all so y'all can check it out.
Okay. Come on,
but
healthy this year.
You asked about New Year's resolutions. I'm just on this whole positive thing right now.
I told you I love this New Year's shit.
Trying to just channel that more. Like, I just don't want any negativity. So there are some things that I am working on, and I'm just trying to speak them and visualize them. I did my vision board. So I'm focused on a few different things.
I feel that.
I'm
I'm really working on procrastination.
Okay.
Trying to stop that shit. Get everything done I'm trying to get done.
Do you have like a to-do list that you do daily or?
Right now? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna work on more like work on a schedule. And
that's what I started doing. Like I legit sat down with my I have different notebooks that have like, positive sayings on the front. So I have my one that's usually about like my goals and stuff. So I wrote down kind of like a map of how I want my weeks and my days to go, going forward. And one of the things I did was I actively now use my to-do list on my phone. And I'm that corny person that every time I do
something off, you feel good?
It off and I hear that ding, it make me feel good. Like when I start to see shit, I accomplished everything.
Hey, that's just like getting likes.
Yeah.
It sets off the same little thing in your brain.
And it makes you feel like, so now that's what I do at night. I go make my to-do list for the next day. And then the next day I just start hitting everything. Yeah. And if I have to push something off to the day after that, it's usually something out of my control,
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yep. And I even put in time for myself, which goes with your positivity. I've noticed like I've become a person where I give everybody else my time and I make them priority. So part of being with my self-care is just having from 7 to 7:30 is my time. Like I don't do nothing for nobody else but myself, whatever that looks like.
Right. So. I feel that. That's good. Self-care. That's part of that. Healthcare, which is wealth care.
Oh, goodness.
Hey, yeah, I'm about to knock this procrastination out. We about to get shit done.
Hey.
When you looked at me.
Huh?
I said you looked at me.
Yeah. We got shit to do, too.
We gonna see 2022. I'm gonna hold you accountable.
All right. We got shit to me, too.
But you notice the less you procrastinate, the more time you have to do other stuff. Like I started noticing once I started following my to-do list, my days be ending kind of early because I'd be like, well, shit, I got everything done. I could read my book more. I could watch a movie, like time that I didn't have before because procrastination was always an issue of mine. So it's like now I find I have more time for fun shit because I didn't knock out everything else.
Because you knocked it out and you made sure that you got done what you wanted to get done.
I'm going to have to see about this to-do list.
I'm going to show you. I got it in my phone. I click. Podcasting today is on my to-do list.
Yeah, see?
And now I can check it off because we started. Ding! I'm telling you, one of the people I follow on YouTube was the one who said you just put everything and it actually makes you feel like, you making your time count.
Right. Hey, man. Trying to just get
it ain't
better.
Gonna ding because I got
a day at a time. Consistency.
It's key.
The day at a time.
That's right.
No, that's what's up. That's what's up. Anything I miss?
Like what?
Oh, you know what else?
What?
Merry Christmas.
You know what? I don't even want to hear it because I was hype about the Christmas episode.
Merry Christmas.
I was ready.
Merry Christmas.
You see your Christmas gift. You see how long I've been trying to give that to you?
Yeah, Merry Christmas, y'all.
Almost drunk those.
Merry Christmas.
Hey, these conditions and circumstances got things all kind of crazy around. It's weird. They gonna shut us down?
They just might.
I
don't mind.
Gonna be mad if they do.
Hey, California numbers is looking crazy.
Yeah.
These people out here, all this partying and hanging out they've been doing, it's coming back. It's coming back.
It's still. I already mentioned people still aren't really wearing their masks.
Really?
Yeah. Or should I say
I don't be out like that.
Properly.
I don't be out like that.
I'm gonna go to karaoke.
Yeah.
I'll have my mask on.
But you're like amongst a few?
Yeah.
Yeah. And when they do wear them, they do not wear them properly.
It's not enforced. And just over your mouth. That's kind of stupid.
Okay.
But is it now? What were you saying?
Is that do you have to be like vaxxed to go do that kind of stuff now? Is that
they're not even checking that? We were talking about that earlier. They're not checking them cards. You're supposed to in California. Yeah. They should be checking that.
I think a lot of these places just have these signs to be in compliance.
That's exactly what it is.
Actually follow
I get that. Business been doing that for a long time.
I mean, that just reminded me of when COVID first started and like the nail shops, they never really closed. They just like darkened their windows and
they started setting like appointments because I knew people that were like, "No, I got an appointment for this day at this time," and it's like, okay,
they were supposed to actually be closed.
That's true because all the women I know were still getting their nails done.
Shit, I save a lot of money because I do my own shits, and I started ordering. I got them press-ons real good. People got creative and started doing the real like press-ons, not like them easy pop-offs. I was like, now I can do this myself. I save so much money.
I want to order some of those.
You saw over my head.
I'm gonna still get my feet done though. I have a pedicurist that comes to me. So
it's the whole point of like this pandemic. I'm not gonna lie, helped me save a lot of money because I learned how to do a lot of shit on my own. So them shutting down didn't affect me one bit. My feet were still pretty.
So you like real good at that shit now?
I was always good at painting my feet because my mom was one that wasn't gonna pay to get them done. So I learned how to do that early.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, that's good.
But I am good at the press-on shit now. Like
I can't even paint a nail. Like I was one of them niggas that really didn't know how to color either. So
we like almost done with this right here. You couldn't color,
so I'm not about to be out here looking
you're not
crazy.
one of the ones that be doing the coloring books now. Do you be doing that?
I want a coloring book, but I'm gonna be outside the line, so it's kind of like nah.
You gotta have autocorrect on the coloring book. Nah, you didn't do that.
Outline it with highlighter and shit, so I could
color correct.
Yeah.
If they shut us down, though, that's gonna be the thing again. People gonna be.
Oh yeah, let's get back to that. The shutdown. That means you're gonna have to go get water. Toilet
Not if
tissue.
you was smart. Like okay.
It depends on how serious it is.
Here's my thing, okay?
Some people don't stockpile.
And that's where I guess it's because it's the way I was raised. Like my mama always believed in having two of the big things of toilet paper, and you can have one open, but one needs to be unopened. So even with the things of water, like we've always had plenty of water. It wasn't that the pandemic hit. Some
people always just go buy the little 4-pack of toilet tissue.
Oh yes, no, I'm sad because
that's why they got it.
Y'all not gonna do that to me again. And I like a certain brand, and I was on Facebook complaining about not finding my brand anywhere. And my homegirl, who was actually in China at the time, mailed me some toilet paper because I was like, all I see is this one ply little easy rip.
It's not doing nothing.
She was like, girl, I'm about to mail you some Charlotte or something. It just
Yes, I never had that problem.
Some people don't stockpile like that.
I got the water.
Some people week to week, every time they go shopping, they grab toilet paper.
My aunt is like that. She actually literally
paper towels,
goes
stuff like
grocery
that too.
shopping every day. Like whatever she decides she's eating for that day, she gets on her way home from work.
I don't even have time to be going to the store like that. I don't like people like that.
Like, And when I lived on my own, I always kept, I was that friend that, you live next door and you're like, oh, I'm out of toilet paper. And it's like, here, I'll give you a couple of rolls because I don't believe in ever running out.
I'm so ready for them to lock us back in the house and shut everything down that this chicken wing shortage that everybody's talking about, I'm good. That's what I'm like. This ain't no shortage. What y'all talking about?
You good?
I'm sitting on like 15 packs.
Oh yeah, I know where to go.
I'm ready for them to lock you down.
I know where to go.
The only thing that'll be interrupted.
Dang, y'all that ready to get locked down? What we don't need.
My salads will be interrupted.
Y'all too ready to get locked down.
You can't buy too much lettuce ahead of time.
Why y'all so ready to get locked down?
Because I like being at home.
I do like being at home. I go to sleep early.
Hey, I'm hearing both of y'all. They like, I'm ready for it. Lock me down. Nah, that shit ain't cool.
My home is comfortable.
That shit ain't cool.
I'm
always being safe, but we don't have to lock everything down.
I'm okay with it. You have to because people don't know how to fucking act.
I just wish I was locked down with a significant other. That's the only thing for me. That's how all them babies is coming because we having another baby.
We knew that was coming though, right?
Yeah.
We knew that was.
Ain't shit else to
do. We knew that was happening.
Nah, I want it because with me being in the field that I'm in, like even now with everybody getting tested in order to go back to school, the numbers are high, and so it's just like. If they wouldn't have forced it to say you had to get tested in order to start back, so many parents would have still been sending their kids to school with all these symptoms, putting us at risk. So, no, I want to be locked back down so I can teach in my comfort
So you're saying people can't be trusted?
No, they can't be trusted.
You people can't be trusted.
At all.
The fuck?
Wearing mask all under your chin and stuff. What is that?
Wear your fucking mask, man. I don't know, man. Look, I trip off how people were just so anti-mask. Like, God, just wear a little mask, bro.
I like it.
Just wear a little mask, bro. They're not going to tell me what to do. Just wear a little mask, bro, for the protection of everybody.
I don't have a problem wearing
it. Look, how about for the maybe? If you guys don't want to definitively say that it is maybe, that's not worth it?
I think so.
No,
you don't like the mask?
No. I don't have a problem wearing it. Just when I go get on an airplane, and I especially like it then, even before, because that's how you can get sick for sure. Sometimes it's just hard to have it on the whole time. I still do it, but it just gets like a little.
People used to make fun of Michael Jackson.
Well, he knew something before we did, huh?
People used to make fun of Michael Jackson.
I know that sounds like OD. But like when they started talking about we needed the N95s and the cloth mask don't do nothing, I'm like, shit, I wear the hospital mask underneath and then I put my cloth one on top. Like I might be over.
I'm down to grab an N95 anytime it's ready. Give me go ahead.
Right. I'm like, but them
the extra filters.
Expensive.
Now they got they be having all kind of masks though, the triple filters. they be having all kind of shit. I done seen. Have you seen the Will I Am mask?
No.
You got to make me look that up.
The Will I Am super mask?
No.
Dude,
I don't know if I talked about that on here right here. The super mask where the shit got Bluetooth and you talk like Darth Vader. It connect. It's all kind of shit going on that shit. Bluetooth.
He made this mask?
He got the air filters.
Like
it's his investment, I'm sure, on some level. But he sponsors it. He does all that part too. He's the face. And it's pretty dope.
I actually like.
I mean, if we out here and this is what it's gonna be,
yeah,
right. If this is what it's gonna be, I'll just give me some crazy futuristic shit that I can do all kind of shit with.
I actually had the Deez Ninjas Podcast mask on the other day. Right. I had like this one that was like kind of like that sparkly reflective look, and I forgot I even had it on. So I went to go get tested. Matter of fact, to go back to work.
Yeah.
And so I'm standing there, and the lady was like, "Deez Ninjas." And because I'm so used to like wearing like my school one or my church one, it threw me. And I was like, yeah that's the podcast. And she was like, oh, okay, I see it now. I was like, oh shit, that is what I got on, huh? Like, but I like that.
You thought she called it out, huh?
Yeah.
Like, hey,
I was like, she sees me, but I actually like it. I like, getting the rhinestone. I'm fine with it. And it was a point that Shanni made before. I've noticed I've gotten sick less. Now that we wear
that's
mask.
what she been saying, yeah.
So it's like I like it, me personally.
Yeah, and like I said, give me the futuristic, high tech fans built in, keep the fucking germs out. Ask.
It said his first drop sold out.
It did
because people like different stuff, and like you said, some people realize this is the new norm for a long time.
If we gonna have to do this,
Damn, they $2.99.
Might as well be stylish, right?
If we're gonna have to do this,
you said $209.
$2.99.
$299. Nope.
It's high tech.
I'm good.
You don't know what it does.
It's okay though. $299 is not in my price range. See, along with the new year, I'm being more fiscally responsible, and that's just not in mine.
But the filters, push the button. Okay. No.
Mm-mm.
All right, I'm not gonna sell it.
I'll keep my throwaway in my closet.
I got the.
I'll rep the podcast.
I got the surgeon mask.
Right. I'll be a super alum.
The double. I'll be doubling up too.
I do.
Depending on where I'm going.
And when we're at the school and I have to remind these babies and they're like, I can't breathe. I'm like, baby, I got on 2 masks and I breathe just fine.
Hey, look at me crazy. Double up.
Mm-hmm.
What's the longest y'all ever had y'all mask on?
You know what? I'm so used to it now. I don't. Sometimes like
I can't say that. Like probably when I went to a concert. I went to a concert. Probably that was the longest.
You drive with yours? She said sometimes she forgets.
No, I'm saying I'll forget when I'm leaving school.
I will forget sometimes when I'm leaving the store and like, hold up, take this shit up.
Yeah.
I will forget sometimes coming out of a store, but never too long.
I don't know. I think it's because my hormones and I be growing facial hair, so the mask
should be scruffy.
When it get to a certain point. That's why I said when I'm in the car.
You can't even see it. You got it lined up good. You can't even see it.
Well, I did shave before this episode. Thanks.
Lined up. Nah, that's cool.
But I'm for it though. I'm not gonna be the one. I don't want to wear this shit. Nah, I'm cool.
Right. I like the mask. I keep my mask. I keep all my hand sanitizer. Give me my 6 feet. I don't give a damn what CDC says. I need 6, not 3. I'm that person.
Man, depending on who I walk by, I turn my head the other way.
How about the CDC saying y'all fuck y'all?
Hey, they all over
need
the place.
5 days now.
Hey, they all over the place, man. I don't know if I'm even listening to them.
It makes no sense because my thing is I don't care if after 5 days you don't feel nothing. I need a negative test result before you come back around me.
I know people that's died. That shit spooks me.
I feel you.
I'm gonna stay away. I still, interact with who I need to interact with.
I interact with other people who stay at home like my ass. Like, I feel comfortable at the podcast because I know during the week people either at work or they at home. It works for me.
Yeah, we got so many ways to keep in touch with people right now.
Right.
And you haven't gotten sick, right?
Nah.
I love that though because you just hit a point like a lot of old people and stuff have learned that like my mom has become a lot more tech savvy now. From being, on lockdown and wanting to be safe. So she video talks. I still have to be like, put your glasses on sometimes.
She's like on it. Like I'm using the technology. Once she know it, she's using it.
Because when I go to the grocery store, sometimes I'll video call her if it's a question about something. And she'd be like, I can't see. And I'm like, put your glasses on and you can see so I can get out this damn store, But it has forced her to, be more tech savvy. I like that.
Yeah, that's cool. Some people have learned things. Mm-hmm. Some people haven't.
Hey, I mean, I don't, like I said.
Have you found, in this time, have you found any new hobbies or interests or, business ideas?
I've been making
as a result
candles.
Of this? You've been making candles?
Yes.
Yeah. See? Really?
Yeah.
Scented?
Yes.
That's the only way to do candles in life now.
I've been making
candle man, but I like candles. All right.
I've been making scented candles, and I'm trying to perfect the black candle, a nice, deep, dark black candle.
Yeah, let's work some shit out. I like candles.
No, I'm for real.
Okay.
All
right.
I didn't pick up a new hobby, but my love for reading came back because we are in the house so much. So I've gotten through some books.
Please don't forget how to read.
But I would never forget I teach.
How to read? Do you do that? Is that possible?
I teach.
I think that's a skill once you have.
But I mean,
you see like
fun.
people that are like out of here, like they'll read some shit on you. So.
It's just some things that we don't take for granted. And I
mean, maybe if you lose your
some things we do take for granted.
Facilities, but besides that. I think.
What if you just woke up one day and couldn't read?
I would be sad.
Yeah.
You see? So
that would hurt my feelings. The new thing though I did was getting out of my fear of podcasting. That happened during the pandemic.
You were scared?
Yeah. First of all, I don't like the sound of my own voice. And two, it was just like, I don't know about that. But now that, you know, I had time, it was like other things I could possibly do.
Well, did you build up that confidence way before I came along? Because I definitely can't tell.
I still really don't listen to myself in playback. I only did it like once. And it was funny because it was the very first one that I did. And so, you know, actually, I have a lot of family and friends that still don't even know I'm on this podcast. Because I only told certain people because of me. Like when I first heard of the podcast, I would tell people to listen to it. Once I got on, it was like, I didn't really tell people that it was me.
I get you.
So even like now, okay, you know how like when we drop the new episodes, right? I don't know if you noticed, I used to put it on my timeline with never a picture. So people would know it was a podcast I listened to, but they didn't know I was actually on the podcast.
But if they heard it, would they know your voice?
Yes. And so there were a few people that I did finally open up who have been pushing me to, you know, blog and do podcasting and stuff, that I finally said, okay, check it out and tell me what you think. Never told them I was on it, right? My play brother was one of them. He was like, so you was just not going to tell nobody you was now on the show? I was like, I just guessed. And so he was like, so what you think you sound like? I was like, I don't know. Because after I listened to it the first time.
You have a radio voice.
I don't see, that's the thing. I don't think so. And that's why
and you love to talk.
I can talk, but listening to myself, I don't. So it was like once they started listening to it, and they were like, no, you're much better. And now as we've been doing it for some time, some of them like, you sound more relaxed now. You good, you know? Now I feel like that's something I'm glad I started during the pandemic, that I probably would have found other things to do other than this. Had we not been in it.
Well, I'm glad for you. I'm happy for you. And like I said, you sound good on the show, and you have a lot to say. And it don't be like whatever you say, it makes sense. So you're not just talking about nothing.
So it's not fluff.
I like
you're not out here with the fluff.
God. Look, you got me blushing. Thank you.
But
you notice I put my face to it now when we did the 50th episode and stuff. So I think still some of my family members are a little slow. They haven't quite grasped it, you know, but I actually have put myself that, I do it. So, you know.
My daddy listens. My mom was like, you on a podcast? I am not listening.
My mom doesn't listen. She does not listen. And I'm kind of glad she doesn't.
I don't even want to know.
Yeah, she like, I know my child. Man. No.
But my mom is used to it now though. Like she knows when Saturday comes, she goes, oh, you're going to the podcast today? Like that's now, it's part of our routine, you know? So,
Yeah, Extendo was talking about how people be hitting him and asking him like, what you doing? He like, man, don't you know what the fuck I got going on? Hey, we didn't even say it, man. Saturdays are for podcasts.
That's right.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah. All right. We talked about that long enough. We talked about that long enough. Let's see.
You got to take it low. You know, that's what we always do. We go low so we can go back up high.
Okay. All right. Let's do the RIPs. Because some people have left us since we were last here.
Some major people. Yep.
All right. Most recently, Sidney Poitier.
Yes. That was like yesterday, right? Yeah. Or 2 days ago. And we found out in the States yesterday.
Sidney Poitier, Black legend. I mean, when we say for a long time, my man passed away at 94 years old.
Yeah.
He lived a great life.
Great life. I don't even know if we can say like that was a tragedy. He lived a long, great life, right?
I feel like when somebody, whether you know them or not, but they've lived a long, good life, like it's not as like sad.
Tragic, unless they're related to you, because then it's like,
See, that's the difference. That's the difference. We're definitely looking from afar and admiring artists from afar. We're not close like that.
But I get happy, like I'm glad they had a good life,
and I'm glad that we got to see their work, and condolences to the family still But
Absolutely.
And their work is gonna live on. That's what makes it like so dope, because a lot of these people, the actors and actresses that have passed, you look at like the Cicely Tysons and stuff, they were working up until they passed.
Yeah.
So we got so much to live on for generations.
Yeah, they've done so much. Another long timer, Betty White.
Man, I thought she was about to make it to her 100. Did y'all see that she even had a special that was coming out? She was inviting us to her 100th birthday party. Really? And it was a Betty White special.
No, I didn't
she
see
was
that.
a few days shy of 100, like a few weeks.
Yeah.
She almost made it.
99 years old.
Now that woman lived a great life.
Hey, that's for real. And she always seemed cool.
Yeah.
She always seemed cool, right?
Cool.
Yeah.
I you know what? She was one of my favorites. The Golden Girls, I'm not saying I didn't like any of the Golden Girls, but my two favorite was always her because of the airheadedness, and Sophia because I was like, only old people could get away with
talk like she talk.
Yeah.
Get that off.
My two favorite.
Yeah.
That granny was out of control.
She had that mouth. Yeah, she still let it go. She still let it go. All right. So rest in peace to her as well.
Yes.
Condolences to her family.
Yes.
Now, another great, Max Julian.
The Mac is gone, y'all.
The Mac is gone.
Oh, really? Yeah. I didn't know about that one.
Okay, so can I give you a fun fact? Not a fun fact. A fact that I found out that day.
Random fact.
That his birthday was January 1st. So he lived exactly that amount of years. Yes, I saw that.
He passed away on his birthday.
So he lived to how long?
Think he was.
I'm not sure his
age. Let me see. I'm going to look it up while y'all talking.
But he passed away on his birthday, which was on January 1st.
I wonder how that feels. Like, if you, because I know you don't always know when you're about to go. Or do you know when you are about to go? Like, do you feel your heart stopping? Like, do you feel like,
I don't know.
You like, oh shit, it's over?
You hear different experiences, different accounts of people saying different things. So I'm sure some people, I don't know.
He passed at 88.
88.
So he still lived like a very full life.
Long life.
You know, can I say something about that though? That I think that's something people try not to think about, but when you think about like the greats, like we talked about the Sidney Poitiers and how long they've been doing it, a lot of those greats that are still alive are up in that age that...
Well, we're getting up.
No, but I mean, so like they're in their 90s and stuff. So it's not like you said, it's not like a shock.
It's not as tragic.
It's just like, damn.
It's not so much tragic as they've lived their life.
Especially if they died because of natural causes.
Yeah.
Right, of course.
Which a lot of them have been.
If something crazy happens, and of course, I guess, look, if something crazy like that happens, is it always too soon? I guess that just...
No, and that's where I think I was getting at, where I don't want to sound like just, waving it off. But it's kind of hard when somebody is like 100 and you be like, damn, they just had so much life in front of them.
Exactly.
They really didn't.
Nah, they was just pushing the limit at that point.
And that's
that was almost just showing off now.
It's a blessing because everybody don't make it to late 80s, 90s, 100.
Like I have a granny. My granny is 96. And it's so crazy because I be talking to her. I be like, Granny, look, I ain't married yet. I had no kids yet. I'm going to need you to keep going until these things happen. And my granny finally, she said, baby, I don't want to live that damn long. I said, well, Granny, what is you saying? But from her mind, a lot of her friends are already gone.
Yeah, so it's like they're by themselves.
Yeah, they just like, it's cool to keep seeing you, but if I go tomorrow, I'm all right.
Hey, that's why it's dope. My granny got like a whole little crew. Right? Mm-hmm. And they all known each other since high school.
And they all still kicking?
They all still kicking.
That's a blessing.
It's they were on her alumni association, like for the school, right? But they all kick it. They all hang out, like go gamble, go drink.
They keeping each other young and thriving.
They do that.
That's exactly what that is.
They got a whole little crew.
That's
cool to me.
I totally forgot.
All right, well, Pete, we're talking about these old people, right? This guy, rest in power to Lawrence Brooks. He's the oldest known U.S. World War II veteran. He died at 112.
I know what I was going to say. Okay, like you just said, he died at 112, or let's use Betty White too. Think about how long they've been around. So all the changes that they've seen. and they've had to adapt or adjust to every different.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's gotta be hard.
Someone that's 112. Imagine what he was saying. He's like, these motherfuckers are flying now.
He's like,
they was flying
going on?
Because my granddad was in World War II. So they was flying.
No, I'm talking about when they were young.
Oh, I was about to say.
But look, when you
flying for a minute.
When you go from
of course they were flying in World War II.
When you go from records to 8-tracks or whatever the order is, like that's a lot. Like,
hey, when you go from like not having TV, they just listening to the radio, to having television, to going to color television, to having cell phones, to your phone. Now you can watch television on your phone, and streaming and all of that shit. They didn't have to learn how to watch TV a bunch of times now.
We didn't have it, that strenuous, but we've seen some changes ourselves.
Yeah, so could you imagine if you lived to 112?
Yeah, because we are the before cell phone. I was here before cell phones.
Me too.
All right? Living life before cell phones. So it's a big difference.
The cell phones came out in the 90s, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you are an old nigga.
Hey, I was here.
I was born in the 80s.
I was born in 87.
I was born in 84, so...
You was here, but you wasn't... I was here. I was able to, be out.
Yeah. I wasn't...
Young, wild, and free.
Privy to none of that.
Without cell phones. And then I remember when, like, oh, shit, we got a little...
But y'all had pagers back then, right?
Yeah, we had pagers and all that, yeah.
Yeah, I lived
but it was
pagers.
different. It was different as the phones came in, and then as they started.
But I could say that I still have seen some stuff though, because even with the way the internet worked,
hey, I was getting ready to say that too.
It used to be dial up, and if the phone rang, you lost everything.
Now it's on your phone.
I was about to say now it's smoke. We take this shit with us wherever we go.
That whole cell phone is a computer in your palm of your hand.
Yeah. You don't have to wait and get home to research some shit. You can do it right now.
You could do all your shit.
And now we're in the era where anything I want, I can order it and have it delivered.
But the Jetsons were saying it was going to happen when we was little. If you watch the Jetsons, a lot of that shit is coming to be now.
Well, I mean, you could just some of that stuff is just what we aspired for, and then we're here now. We're here now.
But rest in peace to all those
Rest in peace to all of them. Yes. All right, let's get finished with these. We're not even done. All right. So we're not even done.
I thought they only came in threes.
No, 112. That was the last guy. All right. John Madden died.
Oh, that's right.
At the age of 85. And John Madden, come on, man. Staple in my life. Never done NFL? Never football?
I mean, I remember him, doing some of the announcer stuff, but...
Oh, man. John Madden was different. John Madden used to be able to talk about football like where people that didn't watch football could understand football. He made it where he didn't talk about it all complicated. He says things real simple, down to earth. And he kind of was dope because he kind of made himself come off like not that smart, but he was very smart, And he was ahead of the curve with the video games, clearly.
And I did remember for Madden, the game.
Clearly he was ahead of the curve on that because, that's synonymous with football at this point. And
I still believe rest in peace to him. He just wasn't one that it just like when they said Betty White and you was like, Mama, guess who died? The last Golden Girl.
Hey, well, look, what's crazy was I had just a few weeks ago before, I haven't heard from John Madden and I haven't heard anything, about him like in passing, but he had ran across my mind and this happened a couple weeks after that.
I feel like they be trying to kill people off sometimes though, because for the past few years I've been hearing people say, man, Betty White ain't.
That's because she was
getting old.
And really old.
And that's not to be disrespectful.
No, that's exactly. That's because she's really old.
When you getting up there, then people start to be like...
She's 99.
Some people you even forget still be living.
I
99.
know she's 99, but people was putting R.I.P. Betty White before it even happened. That's why I said people be trying to kill people off.
Coming up. No, things be coming up and people think they know things, but, she's really old.
All right.
People be old and you be forget they still here. Like that you do because
all right, look, and before we go, I want to do a special
we going?
One more. We got one more RIP.
That gives you 6, right? Because didn't you say that?
We ain't going, ain't we?
Well, you said before we go.
No, before we get out of here with the RIPs. We got a special Deez Ninjas Podcast RIP to Rosalie Brooks. She's a friend of the show. She passed away at 78. Shanni. You were the last one that interviewed her.
I was just going to say I had the pleasure of speaking with her. It was a very good experience. My first time interviewing somebody, so I definitely looked stupid. But rest in peace to her, definitely.
She was a musician, came up working with Jimi Hendrix.
Yes, that was her boo.
That was her boo, yeah.
She loved that man.
For real.
You can't say nothing wrong about Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah. So I wanna do a special R.I.P. to Rosalie too. She was a real cool lady. I remember going over there, and we was over there. Because she still does. She still was doing music, and she got over there and she was playing the music for us, kicking back, watching how we was bopping to it. Seeing if we was jamming, and I'm like, that's just like we do. It was just cool to see the energy from her. So, yeah, rest in peace. Condolences to her family.
Yes, definitely.
You feel me? All right. We're done with that.
We're going back high now?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's...
Well, we all over the place.
It's the beginning of the year, so
Can we just talk about all the...
Huh.
Is there anything else low on the list?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm going through to see if it's like any low... It's not really like, what happened with them people that got stuck on that Amtrak? Are they out of there yet?
I didn't look up the story. I hope they are. I know that it was bad.
Yeah, the people that were stuck in Virginia.
They lost power in Virginia and all of that.
It was crazy stories coming up out of there. And then they were talking about they wouldn't feed them. And, it is a train and they were stuck. But then they were saying that they weren't sure. We got to come back to that, man. I just saw that. And that
y'all not going to feed me.
That ran across my brain when I was doing the topic. So I thought maybe one of y'all might have knew what happened.
Well, I did. I watched where they kept having on the news of the people that were just even stuck in their cars, on the thing waiting to be rescued. I told you that's a trigger for me. 22 hours stuck in my car. So it's a trigger.
You got a crazy story on that. Yeah.
When I tell you, when I saw it on the news when it was walking by and my mom was watching it, I couldn't sit and watch too long because it brings me back.
So that triggers you for real.
It does. It's a all
right. I want to trigger you.
It's not, but I'm just saying that's why I couldn't sit and really follow the story too much because it's like you feel for them and then you hope everybody gets out okay. Where.
Right.
Nobody needs...
Hope it doesn't get too crazy.
Yeah, like nobody needs their medication and, they're stuck in a position that they didn't expect to be in, so...
She shot on me. I wasn't even thinking about that kind of thing. I was just thinking about, hunger and, being able to use the bathroom.
But you know what? That's also why now I operate in the way that I do. I keep certain things in my car. I keep a blanket. I try to keep, extra little snacks.
Well, you've been there. That's what experience taught you to do that.
I hope I never have to go through something like that. I don't think I'm equipped mentally to handle anything like that. And I just see myself folding under pressure. Like how you made it to 22 hours.
I ain't had no choice.
What would you have done?
Nigga, where the hotel at? Is it a hotel nearby?
No. And the thing is that so like I said, for our listeners, I was stuck out in Atlanta when they had the big thing of not salting the roads before.
Right.
And you can't because first of all, the smaller motels and stuff, then they want to run up the tab
prices.
Hell
yeah.
That's so
people
fucked
need a place
up,
to stay, which was crazy as fuck.
Right.
Then on top of that, you got to think about it. You're thinking, well, this is the nearest hotel. Let me go. A lot of other people are thinking the same shit you thinking. So
everybody's fighting for damn hotel rooms.
Yeah, quickly. And then it's just the thing of I don't think nobody was prepared for that. Because like I told y'all, I live 30 minutes from my job. I would have never thought it would take me 22 hours.
Well, we told you should have walked.
From there. But what was I going to do is, below, you guys got to remember, it's not the same type of cold. We keep here.
Right.
And it was cold. And where I was, you're routing things.
And like you said, you weren't prepared for that, so you weren't dressed to be out making
out
that
in the
walk.
cold.
Okay, that's one thing if you're not dressed, because I was going to say, my grandparents, rest in peace, they'll get to telling you how they walk 5 miles in the snow.
Yeah, but they was prepared to do that.
And that's what they used to do back in the day. I would not have made it very far. But it was scary. And that's why I felt for those people, because after, you're watching it go from day to night to day again, and you can't, I was afraid to go to sleep. So it was kind of I just had to.
So
Did you ever stop and get something to eat?
Yeah, but by then we was
stuck.
far into it.
Yeah.
By the time I got down there, I want to say I had been in the car for maybe 30 minutes. 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 30 minutes about 13 hours by the time I actually was able to get out.
So were you, how much of the time were you like moving versus not moving? Or was there like what I'm saying is, was this like a constant slow movement, or was this like a long gap and then you were able to move?
It was like a long gap. And then when you did move, it was very, very slow, you know? So it was because you have to also be careful, especially when the night fell, because of that black ice, you can't see
shit.
So everybody's scared to move.
Because you get to slip in a slide.
Yeah, because I almost hit a tree. Like, I took the GPS routed me because of the traffic to go like through a neighborhood. And of course, I'm not knowing it's a hill. So when I get to it, it's like, well, shit, you know, I'll get home, but I didn't realize the ice and stuff. And so even though I was going slow, my car kind of did this drifting and almost hit a tree. And somebody had to talk me down to get me back down that hill. Because I was like, I ain't moving. At this point, my ass just going to sit here for a couple of days.
Right, because I just slid all over this motherfucker. The ice going to have to dry up or something.
I was too scared to move. And a lot of that you saw, people were nervous, even with the movement. So
I just don't understand why still we're not prepared for something like that. I just need for that to be better. People shouldn't be getting stuck for 22 hours in their car.
That was the state's fault. Let me just go ahead and say that. At the time, the leadership that was in control, it was their fault because they knew. They never salted the roads. Like, we kind of knew it was coming. They had been predicting that, you know, we might have, you know, the snow or whatever. The roads weren't salted. So people were literally stuck. Like, they couldn't drive through it. It wasn't, you know, kids were stuck at school. And the thing of people talk money. Like, I only ended up at work because my job made it like, well, if you don't come in, here's, you know, the recourse. Parents took their kids to school like it was a normal day. But a lot of places, even though they were starting to get that warning, like, y'all need to get home, they were sending people home all at the same damn time. So, like, the city shut down at noon. Jobs started sending everybody home at noon. So now you had this this backup of traffic, and the snow is coming down.
Oh, like, so everybody just got caught.
Yeah.
Damn.
People just got caught. And so I ended up being an unlucky person who didn't get caught at home. It would have been different if I was stuck at home. So now that's why, being that traumatized, I don't go out. And I really did feel for those people, because you had people who, you know, now I know to always keep certain things. Like, I always keep my my allergy medicine. I keep something on me just in case.
You got an emergency pack now.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Let's see. We off that. Trump kids they're not cooperating with the subpoenas. Hey, they not getting off this boy. I think he's going to get in trouble. I was not sure, but I think they on his head.
But you don't think he can get away with it?
I think he's going to get in trouble in some capacity. I don't know how deep it'll get, but I do think in some capacity, the businesses, something. It's too much. It's just too much stuff.
And I think his kids need to go down too, because I'm sorry,
the kids aren't cooperating because, you know,
but not cooperating, they go stop you from catching, you know, whatever they catch. You know what I mean? I think what's laughable to me is that people have the option not to cooperate. There used to be some shit I didn't know you couldn't do.
I'm not gonna lie. Through this whole experience with the former president and that whole shit, all this has shown me is this shit does not, the teeth don't bite that hard. Like, if all you have to do is be like, I don't know.
You mean it don't bite that hard for certain people? Because you try to say somebody, I don't think I want to show up to court and watch them come get your ass.
I get what you're saying, but just in general, they out here, you know.
Wow.
It's always been privileged, though. And now you really see it.
Not the fact that it's privileged, but a lot of things that we were taught as learning just in government, checks and balances, all these different things. Now that they're not actually tested. This is the first time that they've actually been tested. Because when they got to the point of tested, they like, hey, what do we do? Can you do that? They literally out there acting like that, right? And these things are all supposed to be put in place. The Constitution is so tight and it's so solid and it's well crafted. But when you actually challenge, it's all based on honor when it comes down to it. And if you don't have honor, then you can challenge these things and they don't have teeth.
Yeah. Because what they're doing, you know how, like, for instance, with the Congress, and they're saying these people got to come speak, right? And then you're holding them in contempt, but they don't go to trial on some of these contempt charges to like June, July of this year. And then it's like, by the time you go through all of that and you try this again, we up for different elections and stuff. And when they banking on, if there's a shift in that power, all this is going to drop anyway.
Look, the fact that it took so long for the transfer of power in itself, the fact that he was able to be like, nah, when he told you, he was going to say, nah, way before the election. Yep. He told you he was going to do it. Then he did it, and then it worked.
Where I knew it was just like, what the fuck was, I was watching a kind of a podcast, and the lady he was interviewing, she said, well, how was it treason or an insurrection or an attempted coup if nobody was charged with those things? And I'm sitting there going, ma'am, just because you didn't catch the charge, like if I murder somebody and you don't give me a murder charge,
they twisting all them words up.
Right. And I'm saying with him, it's just like all that added to those things where you just sitting back and you're like, fuck, is this really like, this is our reality now? Like, okay.
Hey, the truth is not what it is all the time.
It's going to be interesting, though, to see if his kids or anybody flips. Because eventually I'm like, because to me, I think he would sell all them down the river.
It's been a bunch of people that flip.
Yeah, he will. I agree with that.
He would sell his kids down the river.
It's been a bunch of people that flip, but it's just got to start being the right people.
Yeah. I want to see some of these top people hit. Like, until they get hit, you going to make me still just think the justice system is laughable.
Yeah, right now it's laughable. All right. They dropped the charges on Andrew Cuomo. Dropped them. Yeah.
This is why I say it should always still be guilty. I mean, innocent until proven guilty. Shit. Like, and I mean, sometimes we can prove you guilty and you still walk away, with that innocence. But come on now.
Hey, it's time to say it. It's time to say it. Some of this shit be extra'd out.
It do.
Some of this shit be extra'd out. Right? You know what I'm saying? Just because you was uncomfortable that day do not mean you was fucking assaulted or harassed. It just means you was uncomfortable. We're not always comfortable. Right? I mean, now, if you were assaulted or harassed, that's one thing. But because you felt uncomfortable because somebody fucking misleadingly, not even thinkingly, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to say innocently, but not even thinking about it. Some people are hug. Everybody know people that's huggers in their life. Mm-hmm. Right? People that fucking touch too much. They not all fucking assaulters. They just fucking do too much. Right? I agree. What the fuck?
As a female, seeing that just really further pissed me off because I'm like, y'all literally stood and said this man had to step down because you have so much evidence of wrongdoing. Now you telling me you can't even take it to trial.
We don't got nothing.
You can't get him convicted.
We don't got
you
can't
take it to trial.
They're like, we don't got nothing.
Right. After you did all this, that shit irritates me. It really does. Because it's just like, it's almost like all I have to do is say, I didn't like the way he looked at me. And now they're like, nope, got to take him off the air. Nope, he can't hold his bitch. Like, come the fuck on.
I mean, like,
it makes it hard for people who are really...
Some of the shit go too far. It gets to the crying wolf side on the other side.
Right. And what it does is it really messes up for people who really are truly assaulted because then people start to go, well, damn, everybody's always, so now it's just like, what the fuck? Like, right. you really are harming victims.
It's the same as people fucking that shout racism when the shit ain't racism. It's all those fucking things. That same thing. Stop fucking shouting these things out. Quit fucking... all these people are doing is taking on the victim mentality. Stop fucking taking on the victim mentality.
But you can't do that shit based off of a look or based off of any prejudging. Unless that person harmed you or hurt you or did something to you that is, or you can clearly see them assaulting you or trying to assault you, then that's different.
See, but in his case, you're talking about this was a single man. So we weren't even getting into like, you know, the congressman who be married trying to holler at women. Right. He was a single man and he, I guess, flirted with somebody. Maybe he was interested in her or whatever. And I'm like, if you're not interested, then you tell somebody, I'm not interested. It doesn't turn into, well, now I feel like he took advantage of me because he flirted with me. That's a problem.
Well, see, that's part of the workplace laws. And the workplace laws, some of them have gotten misplaced and misguided because they are there to protect
correct,
workers,
as they should.
But some of the shit is over the top. Right?
I agree.
Some of the shit is over the top, and I understand. Everybody is not there. Like, if you might be at work, and you're not at work to be taking on advances from dudes. You know, I hear a lot of the philosophy that you're not there to just be an object for people to be getting at all the time. Okay, cool, but that does not put people in place to be attacking people in the workplace in situations like that because of a misunderstanding or because somebody just happened to be a little overzealous. Right.
I feel like when you use that, like, okay, so if you came on to her and she turned you down and you're like, oh, okay, you don't get the promotion now. That I could understand. That would be a workplace thing. But in this case, it seems like he made an advance at her. I can't tell whether she liked it or not because later on they was like taking selfies and shit, and she's like, "I felt forced, bitch. You was holding the camera. How are you forced?"
People take that shit and run with it a little too tough.
I cannot.
Power does get flexed. You know what power does,
right?
To people and to people.
That is true.
Power corrupts, you know, and people love power. You know, women gravitate to power, so. All those things are true. So when those situations and people use it against people, so that stuff does happen. But people sometimes take that shit on. That's not what occurred.
Right. And that's the problem I have. And it goes back to what you said. It's almost like when I hear somebody say they were sexually assaulted, I think my mind automatically goes to rape or really doing some like sexual type shit.
Overt.
Not no shit like, well, He brushed my hair like the shit with Biden where they was like, he brushed my hair. And I was like, old people brush people's hair all the time. Like,
I'm not going to yell out rape for that, but still don't. If you don't know me, don't like respect my space.
Peep game. This happened to me. I was pulled aside at a job for a sexual harassment complaint at work, at a job, right? The woman who I never even paid attention to. She wasn't even on my radar. She was like the little accountant lady that she wasn't even on my radar. All right. We were in the elevator. She said what I did was I pretty much thrust. I did a forward thrust towards her. I haven't seen this damn lady in the damn elevator. Who thrusts? You want this?
Was she clear?
She was Asian.
Well,
Asian lady. She was the replacement for the accountant who was out on maternity leave. She replaced her. She was there. So they called me in. They're like, we got you. That job. We kind of used to act up at that job. So when they first called me in, I was kind of nervous.
You did some shit, huh?
Yeah, that was me.
I was kind of nervous, right? They like, yeah, sit down. We got this complaint. So and so and so. They described the situation to me. They asked me if I know the person. I'm like, the little accountant lady? They like, yeah. I'm like, I mean, yeah, we sometimes in the elevator at the same time, but Jesus.
Right, you got to replay every incident that you've been in the elevator. Like,
right, I'm like,
did I thrust?
So would that be called a charge?
It was an investigation.
Did it stick? They investigated it and
it didn't stick. No, it didn't stick.
Why she even do that goofy shit? That's goofy shit to me.
I don't know.
And a lot of that shit is goofy now. But see, you got lucky you didn't lose your job. Some people are losing their jobs just off of somebody saying he thrust. And it could have been you just adjusting your clothes. But they took it as, I'm offended now.
That's what when, me thinking, that's all I figured I had to do was adjust my belt or some shit or some thing like that. But yeah, but people, they take that and, I'm into believe women, but women can't be lying.
I'm a woman. And women can't be lying about
women can't be lying about situations. It's like if you want us to believe you, then you have to fucking be telling the truth.
But they do.
To be honest with you, it's a lot of stuff that has happened in the workplace that I ain't spoke up on, and I should have probably spoke up on. So the shit does really happen.
No doubt. No doubt it happened. What I'm saying is that wasn't it. I told you I was nervous when I went in the damn office, right? Because it was a very loose environment in there, and we used to talk crazy in there. So if I might have said had a slip of a tongue and said some wild shit at that particular job. It was very, like I said, very loose environment. But that wasn't it.
I had a supervisor when I used to be on the phones that would come over to me. Where the call center was very relaxed, so they were able to wear stuff that wouldn't be at office jobs. Like, since they work out there, they were wearing their workout clothes.
So they were great sweats while they got sweats on.
He would come up to me and put his dick on my shoulder. I can't even make this shit up.
And what did you do?
I just was like, can you not do that? Like why do I even have to ask you to not do that?
Right, now, why did you not react have a more pronounced reaction?
Probably because I was caught off guard, because I never thought that something like that would happen at work if I didn't advance at that for that to happen. Right. And I feel like I know how I react to certain type of situations and how I really wanted to react. I could have got in trouble.
Okay. Why didn't you say anything? I'm just curious. I'm just curious. I've seen different people get in, I've seen this on different levels. I'm just curious.
I really don't be wanting people to lose their job. And I just was like, well, since he didn't like
take it out and put it on your neck directly.
Yeah. Or try to touch me.
Right.
But see how you're saying
doing
that?
Too much.
You see how you're saying that?
I mean,
now?
But it's uncomfortable.
I think he was doing too much because y'all didn't have that. That wasn't y'all, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
But see, you see how you're saying that now, right? What I would not expect is for 30 years down the road.
I'm not gonna try to get
you because that's literally what
I'm not gonna try to get him in trouble now and be like, you know what? I know he don't even work with us anymore. Or do this and that, but I want to let you know so and so used to do this, I want to file a lawsuit. But you know what people are saying? People are saying it doesn't matter how long ago somebody went through that. This is now when they're choosing to tell their story, and it's okay to do that.
But
I'm not talking about somebody hugging me and me not liking the way they hugged me.
But people
15 years from now.
People are not in. I'm sorry, but it's not fair. People are not taking into account the societal norms are changing. And like I said, if actual rapes and sexual assaults are happening, then that's a different story. But a lot of people were a lot looser in different times, and people used to act a lot different in earlier times, and people were acting like the rules aren't changing, and the rules are changing, and people are being held to the rules of now when things were happening then.
Yeah. Because, even if you look at this generation now, right? And I know we say don't generalize, but when I was in college, I was I started a little late. So I was going to school with kids that were, people that were a lot younger, right? So by the time I was going, there was just certain shit I don't do, right? But I would notice, people were going and they was doing shit like popping X. And I know quite a few people who are they pop X before they get it in because they it's a different feeling for them.
Right.
So what I can't imagine is this is what y'all were known to do, right? Everybody was popping X, having sex. Now, 10 years from now, say dude makes it to doing something, and he's on TV, and now this person is like, yeah, but when we used to have sex, I used to be on drugs, and, now it's like, well, I feel like he forced me, even though you willingly took the drug, he willingly took the drug, and y'all, as far as they knew, had
all
sex.
This revisionist history ain't right.
Right, and it's really fucking with people, and, I hear a lot of women when that subject comes up and they're like, I don't care. But I do, because I have men in my life, and I would hate for somebody to lose everything they have based on some shit come on.
And I know women have it hard. I know they got it hard. But for that can't be the fucking attitude though. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to retaliate against people who need to be retaliated against.
I agree.
But you can't just be taking innocent lives out here.
Because you don't like that he flirted with you. Okay, so because I'm wanting to be
because you didn't like him.
Right, that's all it be on. That's all. I didn't like the way he said I was cute. Like that creeped me out. So now you got
like creeped you out. You didn't just say you didn't like that nigga and move on.
People are doing that shit.
No, I know. What I'm saying is just say you didn't like that nigga and move on. Why the nigga gotta fucking get persecuted because he tried to holler because you didn't think he was worthy?
It's crazy. Because, I used to think it was funny when, like, actors and, like, rappers and stuff said they made chicks, sign contracts before they had sex with them. But now that shit ain't even holding up. Because they're like, I feel like he forced me to do that. It's not holding up.
You want to get your motherfucking night rock? Sign that thing.
Because what do you think about the Trey Songz thing?
Hey.
But Keke Palmer Ben said something about that.
But did he? Okay.
I never know if any of this shit is true or not because I'm not in. Now I can't say that it didn't happen to her. It's all speculation
and we just grab it. I mean, this shit is people shit, right? So.
Right. But I'm saying now you see people are speaking on shit as if they know it to be a fact. So, okay.
Are you talking about people that are involved or are you talking about outside heads and Twitter and all that?
Yeah, like outside people that now when this story broke, right?
Well, that's what happens.
They were saying just like what you said, and I'm not saying Keke didn't say it or whatever, but my thing is that before anybody knows whether something is a fact, we've now labeled him as a whole rapist.
And then it's like once people pin it on you, it's on you.
Right. And it's hard to remember. I said that with Tupac. Once you get that label, it's hard to get it off.
It's hard to get that
even if it's not true.
And they never see. This is the thing. People, we're so addicted to the fucking bad shit, all the bad stories, all the negative. That when things get retracted and even come out on the positive note,
they don't care.
We don't even come back to it
because they don't holler about that Cuomo shit the way they was.
That's why
we don't come back to it and say, "Hey, that didn't happen." Or, you know what I'm saying? Or look who prospered. None of that shit.
That's why people are still saying Usher has herpes. And it's already like...
It's been dispelled?
Yeah.
I didn't keep up with that, but it's been dispelled? Okay.
It becomes, you're right, it becomes a footnote. It becomes like,
and
that's
the thing. When you know why I don't know? Because they didn't come out and say that shit. They just say,
don't be as loud.
Man. We was wrong. Usher don't got herpes.
It'd be like when newspapers go and they do it in the back of the thing and they go, "Oh, let me make a
retraction."
Yeah.
Print the retraction.
That's it.
Nah, man, that ain't right. That ain't right if y'all people out here just doing shit, saying stuff to disparage and to destroy people's careers.
And that's what they did with Cuomo. Because if you look at when that Cuomo story dropped that they weren't going to, continue with the charges and stuff. Remember when it first happened, even being in LA, it was like front news. Now it was just like this little blurb somewhere in there.
And people got to start being more savvy. People got to start being more savvy and not just letting the fucking media and headlines just guide them into thinking what they think and just humping on it. And
but that's what people live off of headlines.
That's why I'm saying people got to start being more savvy and understanding that this shit is programmed to fucking trigger you.
It's crazy.
So
it's crazy.
Damn.
Like I said, it just makes me feel bad because I feel like if a person truly is harmed, male or female, it's going to be a lot more, I don't know, because of all the things that have now happened. Like, before it used to be, if a woman said something, it's yes, automatically believe her. I don't necessarily feel that way no more because you have people come out and they're like, this person is a rapist. Then by the time they tell their story, you're like, so when did the rape occur? Because all they're saying is he sat too close to me and I didn't like it. I'm like, that's not rape in my head. It's not.
Yeah.
You know?
His hand brushed my thigh when he was sitting next to me.
But the headline ran that this person was a sexual abuser, and then by the time you get to the actual story, you're like, I'm still waiting for the shoe to drop. Like,
that's why even like you said Keke Palmer spoke on the Trey Songz shit before. What did she say?
I don't remember what she said. I don't even know how long ago I read this, but it was a few years ago. But she pretty much had made it seem like he definitely did make some inappropriate sexual advances at her in so many words. So
he was doing too much.
Yeah.
I mean, see, that's when people say, they get kind of crazy to me because I don't know what that means.
But She didn't say those words.
I'm a man. So that's why I'm talking to women. I'm speaking. You know what I'm saying? When she says that, what does that mean? When does it get to the point where it's inappropriate?
Are you looking it up?
Yeah, I was trying to.
Okay,
because he made a point, because you and I are two different women, right?
That's, of course, knowing, of course, there is definitely a point where it's inappropriate.
But that's what I'm saying. Everybody's level is so different, because what you might say is, okay, that's, you think is like sexual liberating. I might be like, that's a little bit too far for me. And that's the thing why I say it has to be some type of definition to this shit, because everything just can't be labeled rape when there, it's like, because what you telling me, like, I have a friend who I love dearly who listens to the podcast. Hey, girl, I ain't gonna say her name, but we had a disagreement about that, because she said that she feels like, so you ever been with a dude and maybe you might be like, I don't feel like it today, but he say just the right thing and you like, all right, we just gonna do it, right? To her, that can be considered rape. I'm like, how? Because if at any time that's not what I want to do, I don't. Coercion. But see, that's the thing. For me, I don't look at it like that.
No, I'm saying that's when. That's right. It's not rape, it's coercion.
Right, but in her mind, that falls in that category.
So what you feel about a situation, not your man, somebody that you talking to or may have just started talking to, and he keep pressing. You telling him stop. He ain't did none of that yet, but he's,
but that's the thing, is this is physically pressing versus
yeah.
Talking,
do you feel that? And if she finally gives in, how do you feel about that? I don't put myself in situations like that, by the way. Not as a grown woman. When I was younger,
this
yes.
Is real shit. That definitely was a situation a lot when we were younger.
Exactly. Sure. But as a grown woman, and if I got to tell you no more than once, I'm just up out of there. Yeah. Right. Because I could already see where this is going. So let me help this not turn into a situation.
That's definitely an energy from when we were younger. I can feel.
So even being younger, saying that, I still feel like, I think the age does make a difference, because I think that it is easier to coerce a younger person who really isn't confident in saying no than maybe a person who, like you said, I would say no. I just feel like at a certain point, though, as women, at what point do you take the responsibility? Like, if that's not what I want to do, then we just not doing that. Like, I'm not going to sit up there and be like, okay, I give in. And then a year later, it's like, well, he raped me.
I'm not putting my hands on nobody that don't want my hands on them. Now, we can be talking and going back and forth, and I may be trying to persuade her. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not physically. If she says that,
right, I feel like if you didn't physically force me, then
if she says she don't want my hands on her, I'm not putting my hands on her.
And I think that should always be the respect. I think where it becomes hard, like I said, is you look at, okay, so we're doing this podcast, right?
Because sometimes in conversation you could have a little cat mouth. She's like, no, right? You can see she really just.
But you know the difference, right?
Keep being aggressive a little bit.
Okay, so being that you've said all that, right? Imagine 5 years from now. Podcast take off, you doing it big, and some chick then comes out and says, well, I tried to tell him no, and I feel like he forced me to. You would be hot, because the fuck, I know me. If you really didn't want me to touch you, I'm not gonna touch you. But now it's her word against yours, and her word is gonna weigh more than yours, because that's the society we in now.
Every time, that's our life.
Right, and that's why I'm saying, for me, it used to be when somebody would come out and say I was raped, I was like, oh, fuck him. But now when people hijacked, and I'm going to say that.
They've weaponized the whole
Me Too shit.
Thing.
Yes. Yeah. That's what made me go, like when they talked about the workplace thing. It used to be, that's what it meant. If I told you no, then I didn't get the promotion. Or I somehow ended up losing my job. That to me, yes. But when you're talking about he made an advance at me and I decided to go to dinner with him, and then I took some selfies, but I wasn't comfortable, but you big cheesing. I'm looking at you like, what the fuck? This ain't the same as a person who had their job threatened and they like, but I got 3 kids I got to take care of. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. That shit, I believe. That other shit, I'm like,
somebody literally holding their job over their head.
Right. Or holding their apartments over their heads.
Or like whatever.
Landlords and shit used to do.
Whatever.
That shit was real, you know?
Actual power move of some sort, or like some sort of
But you telling me you didn't like the way Biden gave you a hug and then asked for the hug first. I'm like, what old person do you know that be asking it? They be like, hey, baby. And even sometimes I'll be like, shit, I don't like for people to hug me. But it's not a malice thing in that. That's where I feel like the problem is becoming.
Okay, can I read this aloud real quick? Because I don't like to say stuff and it not be true or to leave any stone unturned. So the Palmer situation, it says that he allegedly tricked her into being in a music video while at a party. She alleged that she hid in the closet to avoid being filmed and berated by Songs, only to later find out Songs and Freds had taken a video of her without her permission. So in future interviews, she claimed the singer was guilty of using sexual intimidation and coercing her into the video. It's a lot of holes, so I don't know. But I can't say that what she's saying is false. I wasn't there.
But based on her saying that, is now that somebody has come out and said, well, something did happen. Now they're like, see, and it's like, that don't necessarily make somebody a rapist.
A lot of holes in that story. I'm not saying that the story is not true, but I'm just saying it's a lot of stuff that we don't know.
It's always true.
And we're never
a lot of
gonna
blanks
know.
In there.
And I also think growing up in the generation that we did, I don't forget that there were people who were trying to sleep their way up. Not go forget there are people who actually wait just to be able to say, I smashed so-and-so. And now 20 years later, you're like, they raped me. No.
Yeah. That part of the game is just fucked up part of the game.
But now they making money off of that. But you hurting people's lives, and that's the part that it makes it hard for me. I do take that personally. I know people think, because she's a woman, you're supposed to always be on the woman's side. But I grew up in a generation where we watch people lie. And like you said, once they are stuck with that label, it don't go away. Yeah. It don't.
No, that's it. That's his stick. The stick and it's stuck.
I mean, I'm sorry. I hope we don't lose no followers over that, but
don't be mad at the truth.
It is what it is.
Don't be mad at the motherfucking truth. Shit.
Men lie, women lie, and sometimes numbers do too. It's all about how you interpret them.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? How slick you are with the tongue. All right. Bow. Ahmaud Arbery's killers get life.
Yes.
Without
parole. One of them got with parole, but two of them got without parole. One of them got with life with parole.
I wish he would have gotten it without too, but I think they kind of let him slide a little bit, because if he wouldn't have been trying to just show that video to say, here, I'm innocent, they wouldn't have been able to catch him like this.
My man's not going to get to come back, but we find this is the first time. I don't know. This might be the first time we didn't see this like this. Right, because we were waiting on this verdict.
These charges.
We talked about it when it was the verdict went down, and so now that they've sentenced them,
no slap on the wrist, nothing.
I'm happy with the sentence. That is what's supposed to happen.
Absolutely,
right. Like I think that's the part that be bothering me. I want to celebrate, but it just always makes me go back to this is how it should have been.
We got to take our wins where we can get them.
No, but let me tell you why I don't agree with that. Because I feel like if you ever take your foot off of it, and like this is a win, not you. I'm talking about just in general, where people get relaxed about it. Then it's like, how many more then happen before we get another one like this? No. So I want to see this become the norm. That's what I'm saying.
And I hate to say it's not going to be the norm.
It's probably not going to be the norm,
and that's the problem for me.
This things this blatant, this should be the norm, and hopefully, at least we can start there, right? And we can go from there, because we got to start somewhere, because this shit is ridiculous. Mm-hmm. So that's why I say we got to take our wins where we get them.
I'm hoping this is the start.
Never take the pressure off.
What was the other case where the dude didn't get off? And he looked in the camera like, but I'm white.
I know what you're talking about, but I can't.
The last one, damn, we forget. There's so many names. We fucking they just pile on top of each other.
Because they really be believing they supposed to get off. But what I need is more time like this. Like, that officer chick who killed, what was the boy's name? She was found guilty, but the time that she got, not the one in Texas, the one that followed after George Floyd, where they shot him in the car and the girlfriend was next to him.
Yeah.
Like they found her guilty, but for me, it's sometimes when you look at the time that they give, I'm like, you might as well have just given them nothing, because how do you say, yeah, this person ain't never coming back, but it's justice that this person only served a couple of years in jail, and you know they ain't really gonna serve 6 years. That shit irritates my soul. It really does. Yeah. Like, I'm gonna need them to start really actually getting these types of sentences, and you know, it just being, in order for me to be like, okay, the system is trying to catch up to where it needs to be.
Drug charges be longer than murder charges.
Right.
Well, you know what that is.
That's the problem.
You know what that is.
That don't even make sense, though.
That's the problem.
All right, so this is more court shit. We just all in the courts. Ghislaine Maxwell, they found her guilty. You know, that was the pedophile shit. Mm-hmm. Right? They found her guilty on 5 counts of conspiracy and abuse on a minor. You mean Trump's best friend? Hey,
he was trying to.
Hey, a lot of folks
show support to her.
Clinton, all of them.
Yeah,
folks.
but them other ones was remaining quiet. Trump was the only one being vocal.
Oh, well, yeah, that was the homie.
Like, you know,
that was the homie.
Y'all gonna find her innocent. Like, everybody else was quiet.
You know, they got her. They was a lot of names came out in the trial, but she didn't really give up nobody. So, but we all know what that is.
What happened to the boy killed himself? Kids?
Look, that's they whole the whole QAnon whole thing was supposed to be about. This nigga supposed to be bringing out the pedophiles, and he part of the pedophile ring.
That's my point.
That's the craziest shit, right? Yeah, she got fucking found guilty though. They really kept that trial though, like low key.
Very.
They didn't really that wasn't widely. They didn't talk about that a lot, and we know that's a big thing. But they didn't
again, that's why I say the media plays a huge
media
part
controls what
shit.
You see on the TV and on your fucking little TV on your phone.
That's why I be getting so passionate about it. I'm like, the media, I feel like, needs to do better. They just all around need to do better.
They out here competing. That's all they doing is competing. They not out there. There's not much integrity. They need to go to South Park and see Randy and get some integrity.
Integrity Farms.
Integrity Farms. Get some integrity. Hey, y'all heard that new Nas?
No.
A little bit. You was playing it earlier.
Oh, yeah, I did play a little of it earlier. Hey.
But I'm interested in,
my guy's in rare form.
You know, I'm here for the whole NFT.
Oh, well, we're gonna get into that in a second.
Okay.
We're gonna get into that in a second. Because it's based on the project that I'm talking about, right? Because Nas has been forward thinking in the whole bullshit. But this project right now, he been doing a bunch of projects with Hit Boy from out here, West Coast, producer, dude that did Niggas in Paris, and a bunch of Beyonce shit. Nas and him got a good little rhythm going. This album that they put out is really fucking dope. It's called Magic. They put out 3 albums lately. King's Disease 1, King's
Nas
Disease
and
2.
who?
Hit Boy.
I have heard of Hit Boy.
Yeah, Hit Boy is big right now. Hit Boy just did an album with Big Sean. He did 3 with Nas so far, and they got another one coming. And now I'm like, oh, man, they hit a good little stride. That shit is fire. I think it's one of Nas' better projects. So I'm waiting to see what they got next. But now...
Anybody album I haven't been looking forward to... I don't know. Anybody.
A lot of people dropped last year.
Yeah.
We waiting on I'm still waiting on Kendrick. That's what I'm waiting on. Nas kind of dropped that out of the blue, so we didn't know that was coming. That wasn't expected. I'm waiting on Kendrick, personally.
You been waiting.
Everybody been waiting. How long it been? Shit. Nigga, drop that shit.
Kendrick said when it do drop.
Exactly.
Hey, man. Can I be wanting some shit to come out?
No, he said when it drop, you gonna be happy.
I'm gonna be happy.
Yeah.
I hope it don't drop and I'll be fucking upset.
Would have waited for nothing, huh?
I waiting all this time. You know, Kendrick could do some other shit. We don't know. He might put out a folk album.
And it'll probably still be a hit.
I should be fire ass with the guitar and shit. You'd be like, oh, this nigga's killing this shit.
Did you see, since we on the music tip, did y'all see, I gotta learn niggas' names, man. Who was the rapper that did Nelly's Hot in Here and did the Western version of it? Yeah. That shit was dope.
I watched that show. I didn't even know that was going to be on that show. I just happened to was flicking through the channels and saw whatever it was, and I saw Chance the Rapper and so, and I was like, oh, a few singers. It was him and Josh Groban and one of them white boys and one of the white chicks, right? And so I turned it on, and I happened to catch it right when he was doing the Hot in Here country version. And he killed that shit.
They need to cut that shit, dub that shit.
Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
A lot of people want to listen to it.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead. I don't know. I wouldn't listen to it again. But
I
thought it was cool for a show.
Do you think that there's a pocket for rappers to turn their songs into country
I don't
music?
know if I don't know to turn a song into country music, but I think it's a pocket for rap country.
Rap country.
Yeah.
Are there rap country songs?
Country, look, I found...
Country is basically rap.
I was getting ready to say a few years ago, I was listening. I'm like, man, country is kind of close to rap. Like, how they give it up. You know what I'm saying? They talk a lot of shit. They do a lot of flossing. It's hood shit in their own little way, right? It's how they give it up, though. It's real close. It's a different sound for sure, but I think it's a lane for it. I mean, Lil Nas X.
Please don't do that.
His song went diamond.
Please don't do that though.
His song did go diamond.
His song went diamond. I mean, I hear you, but the song went diamond. All right.
Old Town Road, right?
Yeah, shit went diamond. So
he actually, just based off of that, he probably would have never had to work again,
he did.
Huh?
He's making shit now because he feel like it.
So all his endorsements or whatever else, yeah. But he could have been cool. He could have been a one-hit wonder and been set.
Yeah, he's where his shit went diamond, and it's still selling. So it's gonna go like 20 million. It's crazy.
That's still not. Yeah, I'm not touching that.
All right. Back to Nas. All right, look. So off the album that just came out, right? Nas is going to allow his fans to buy shares of his royalties via NFTs.
Now I would like to talk about that because I'm not sure I understand. So I need you to help me.
What he's doing is
No, I know what he's doing, and I know about the gold, silver, and bronze.
Okay.
But what are these coins? Where do I get these coins to purchase this?
Where do you purchase his coins at?
Yeah, because you have to purchase the coin, and then that's how you.
I don't know if I don't know if he has put them for sale yet, right? And I'm sure he's going to fucking let it be known where you can fucking purchase the tokens to do it. But you see what it's going to do? It's going to give you percentage. He's giving up half a percentage of his streaming royalties.
I get that, but once I get the coin, does that mean?
I know we got to tell the people what he's doing for you start. Then you can get the money off of it. Sounding like, give me the money. How I get the money off of it? How? We're going to tell him what he doing, and then we're going to get there. All right. Well, so what Nas is allowing people to do is to buy a share of his royalties via NFTs. I know I said that, but like really listen to that and like hear that he is allowing you to now 50% of the streaming royalties from the project.
Off of 2 songs, right?
Off of 2 songs.
Yes.
He is putting up for sale and through shares, so you can buy percentages of that 50%. You know how that works, of course. Mm-hmm. All right, so now back to you. I don't know where you buy the shares yet
because this shit starts on the 11th. When is that? Is that Monday?
Yep, that is probably Tuesday.
I need to be prepared. I would like to purchase some coins.
All right, well, now it's time.
But I tried to look it up, and I don't understand it. That's why I was hoping you understand it. And once you purchase...
look, we can do the research to figure out where to get the coins.
And once you purchase the coins, does that mean now you own a fraction of that share? Or you got to purchase the coins and then go somewhere else? And
wait, say that again?
Do you have to purchase the coins and then you got to go to a different site and use the coins? Like, you know how you could pay for stuff with Dogecoin or pay for stuff with... Right. So is it like that? Do you have to purchase the coin and then go to a different site and then purchase...
The shares?
Yeah.
That I'm not sure of.
That's my main concern.
Or are you saying, do you have the shares automatically once you have the tokens?
Yes.
That I'm not sure of. That's what we got to see. Because I don't know how he's giving it up on that. Hey, interesting shit. Hey, go check that shit out. We'll check that shit out. Google.
You know, I'm all things stocks, NFTs, crypto, whatever.
So I just think that's interesting. See, the reason I bring it up is because early on, when this whole NFT wave started coming in, I started saying, hey, people, just pay attention to these fucking new waves.
I would like some residual income.
Yeah, these new waves and these just new opportunities, you know what I'm saying? Because this is a multi-layered opportunity, especially with the metaverse coming in.
I will stream the hell out of those 2 songs.
Right, shit. Give just add to the little residual, but that's Nas. Nas a big artist, and I think this might be the first or one of the first projects that he's doing like on his own shit. So he going hard. He gonna keep pushing it. It's a good look, I think, in general. It's a new look. Nas always forward thinking. It's what I've been seeing like in the tech industry. It's been kind of a forward thinking dude. I think he done got rich. Like fuck music. Now he's creating music. It seemed like he just going in there like, man, I don't even care what this shit do. I love doing this shit. I can make this shit freely without even worried about it. Right? That's what it sounds like. Y'all see Insecure finale?
I did.
Yes, I think I put in the chat that I am a binge watcher. So I watched first episode to the last episode of season 5, and I felt like it could have ended better. I felt like the episode could have been longer.
What's crazy is it was actually a long episode.
Yeah, it was long.
Only by some minutes.
It was like 40 minutes.
It was like 44.
They should just made it an hour.
Minutes, so they only added 11 more minutes.
And it was what was upsetting me. What was upsetting me was all the 1 year laters. 1 year later.
See, I when I first started seeing, I'm like, man, what are they doing? But I get it. They were just trying to progress time and just trying to show you that, trying to give you a way to lapse time without directly just giving you the straight time lapse. Which you
okay, but do y'all think Issa really finally got her happy ending?
What do you mean? Yes.
I don't.
Why? What do you think she should have got? What do you think she should have did?
We got to see that beautiful wedding for, I forget the other girl's name.
But this
I always call her Tony Childs because that's what she reminds me of. This wasn't
about Issa's beautiful ending. This is about Issa being not about overcoming her insecurities.
But everybody had something like life-changing and bomb happened to them.
She got back to she realized what the fuck she was doing wrong and kind of figured out and kind of righted her wrongs. And even though the shit is not going to be perfect, she found that she could work with shit.
Whatever.
So I had to binge watch it too, but that's only because I started out with the first couple episodes, and then you know how like you be like you miss an episode on a Sunday, and you're like, I'm watching during the week, and then the week would get by me, and then the next time it was another episode, and I was like, nah, I'll just wait. After a certain point, I was like, I'll wait till the end and then go back and watch them all. So I did binge it for this season. But I do feel like when I say the end could have been better, it just almost felt like, I don't know if it was intentional to give this feeling like this show could always come back if she really wanted to. Like, it didn't really give like a closure.
It wasn't a finality. It wasn't a finality to it.
Yeah, it almost felt like there's a next season. Like, you know, and
I didn't feel like it was a next season. I felt like
it could be, I'm saying.
If they wanted to pick it up, they
Yeah. It didn't really give a, like, you know, some shows
Insecure movie
like
coming soon. Insecure the movie in a year and a half.
I mean, I wouldn't be against it.
I'm saying, you think maybe? Like the what?
I doubt it. I think Issa is like done probably with the whole Insecure thing.
She's working on some other shows right now.
Yeah.
I don't care. I like that show. They're always doing that.
Sometimes you got to move on, man.
And the season was short because of COVID. So I feel like it wasn't a good.
It wasn't short.
You know what I'm trying to say. Yes, it was. It wasn't that many episodes.
Was this the show that they couldn't do the last episode the way they wanted to because of COVID?
I'm not sure. I know that happened with Empire. They weren't able to end the way.
That's what that was. I knew it was some show like that. Okay.
Well, I'm glad because Empire was trash.
Actually,
I liked
during COVID, I was able to actually go back to where I stopped watching the show at, which was like season 4, season 3. And I was like,
you like soap
this
operas?
shit was actually good.
You like soap operas?
All My Children, no. I was never into soap operas. I liked Empire. I can say, and I was a nigga that was talking trash about it because I had stopped watching it.
And it could have ended better. And that's no...
You watched it all the way through?
I sure did. I did. And I felt the same. I didn't feel the same way, but that was the show that gave me that vibes. But even with
what you say?
I'm judging y'all.
You can judge me how you want to.
I'm judging y'all.
I tend to start a show and then
you want to see it.
You never
through.
stop if it's whack.
No, rarely I do, because if once I'm invested into something, I just kind of feel like maybe it might pick up again or something.
Sometimes
like
you want to see it through.
Yeah.
And it was cool watching the show and then seeing where stuff happened, like when old boy just stopped being on the show altogether. And you already know why. But it definitely changed it. I'm like, this is...
It threw the vibe. Like, it just... So, yeah, no.
Yeah, he went for it.
But for Insecure, I'm sad to see it go. Like, I don't feel like we have enough shows like that, and I guess
it was really good, showing the young black experience.
Yeah,
and it did. And me in particular, it was like a fucking my neighborhood.
I was gonna say that when you see shit, you just like, I know exactly where that is. I'll be going to get a burger.
Whole show is my neighborhood.
Like, I like that.
Until they went to fucking Stanford for that first episode.
Did you watch?
Oh, we're talking about Insecure.
Yeah.
I'm like, Empire, what?
Did y'all see the thing called Insecure, the end, like the little
I didn't watch the little.
I didn't watch those. Well, I didn't want to watch that.
I did watch. I started watching it a little bit today, and one thing she talked about when you said Stanford was that she never really intended for the characters to be from Stanford.
Damn, I did see this shit.
You did?
I did see
and then
it.
she was like, somebody screwed up and did something in the first season that ended up making
them connected them to it, so
there.
they was like, fuck it, because that's our alma mater for real, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is. But I really felt like for this to be the last season, and I know she got on Twitter and said she didn't care if she wasn't doing it. I feel like this episodes could have been longer because you were taking it away from us. Like, I was really invested in the characters and the storyline, and I just really wanted to see kind of like more of a play out of how
I needed her to get married or be pregnant. And even in the show, I don't know why you looking at me like that.
I'm just looking at you.
But even in the show, like, you could see her character, like, even though she was happy for her friend, she kind of was like
longing for
what about me?
Yeah, or even with her career, like seeing it just, she really gets to a point where it's just like, I got my career, I got my man.
I think that's what they were trying to show with it.
Nah, that weak ass ending where she was in there with Lawrence and kissing the son or whatever. And
I'm talking about the career wise.
No, career wise, it was like she made a decision and we still don't know how that ended up turning out. It's like she's still working for something. Like she's been doing all these seasons.
Oh, see, yeah, I wanted a different ending. With
I wanted but like my thing is when I hear finale, I want to feel like I'm not looking for some shit to come back, and then you just mysteriously be like, "Oh, we coming back." I hate when shit end and you still feel like
It's not coming back.
We know it ain't coming back.
No, you can't say that because shit be rebooting all the time.
It's not coming
What
back.
is it? Law and Order is rebooting?
She got too many ventures. That's
they better not. When will be a good time for this show to come back?
It's not coming back.
No, I know. I'm just saying, since she said Law and Order rebooted.
I'm saying shit come back that we don't ever think gonna come back. So, I mean,
but Law and Order is a different entity.
I understand. I'm just saying, in general, shit happens. You know, things
she got a lot of other shit going on. This was the beginning of a wild career for her.
But see, okay, the way it kind of ended, I could see it gave like.
Hey, look, I could see a spinoff.
Maybe that's what I was gonna say. Like, I just don't feel
like it was a finale. Without her.
Molly.
She might guest back on, but it wouldn't.
I don't like shit like that. I don't like her to be a guest.
Molly and Torian. Maybe without her being a guest, Molly and Torian.
No, I would want her to be a part of the show.
They were trying because what some of the thing that they were trying to show was like now that they're like she got married. You know what I'm saying? That they're not going to be able to be as close because she's married and she got her own life now. You know what I'm saying? That's a different thing. They could do a spinoff on that. Kelly, she had a spinoff because Kelly got a
baby on the way.
Yeah, and she's a funny character.
But that's what I'm saying with this show. I can't say that I would necessarily want to watch if the storyline was just about one of them because I like that camaraderie of
course.
Like that's what I look forward to. Like, some shows like that for me, like sometimes when they'll have an episode, to be only dedicated to one character. And then you do another episode and it's only one character. And they're not, it's like, I be longing for that. That's the kind of things I like. Yeah. Like the show Girlfriends and stuff. When Tony left, like it kind of threw me because it was just kind of like, I like that.
Because the chemistry wasn't the same.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. I don't know about a spinoff.
Sometimes you're just used to it. But if the spinoff, it has to be something that's properly conceived. And you know what I'm saying? And you never know because the spinoff, you can conceive it and it be its own thing.
It's
right,
possible.
That happened to be a spinoff.
But I am one of those people who is sad now when Sundays come and there's no Insecure.
No Sunday shows right now.
Like it's just.
No, I didn't love the finale, but I understood. I think what she was trying to get across.
Oh.
Who cares?
Well, no, you know what? I will say this because, okay, we talked about Power, right? And remember, that was a show I was real invested in. I said the last season of the first Power was trash to me. And I thought the writing was really bad with the way they took it, right?
Right.
And then, like, Power Book 2, the first season, okay. So let me fangirl for a minute. You? Let me fangirl.
They got you? That's what you're about to say?
Because I wasn't feeling the show. Let me fangirl for a minute. Method Man and the dude who plays Kane that was on New Edition, the New Edition movie.
Yeah.
Them two was the sole reason why I was watching it. I wasn't following the storyline. I thought it was trash the first season. But them two made me watch every week because I just wanted to look at them on the screen, right? The season
I've had a show where some women made me watch the show. And I'm like, damn.
You be like, I ain't feeling it, but I like to look at them. That was what he gave me. This second season of Power 2 has been better than the first season. Now, I'm not going to say I'm fully invested or in love with the show, but I will say the last episode before they went on winter break was enough to make me want to see what happens.
Okay.
To come back. So I will give them that because they had a few episodes where I was like, this is why I don't watch this damn show.
I haven't watched the second season, so I don't know. I can't.
The second season, I will say, is better than the first.
I'm not going to just shit on it just to shit on it.
It's better than the first. And that the way it ended was... it was better to make somebody want to come back and see what happens.
Well, that's good. I hope the show get better and it turn up.
But I'm waiting for Power Book 3 to come back. Because I want to see what ends up happening, with that. And I'm ready to see Tommy again. I'm a big Lorenz Tate fan. I don't know, though, if I need to really see a whole book for his character.
Hey, man, like everybody don't need an origin story. All right, look. All right. Let's move on because I just saw something that is interesting to me, and I know that somebody in here has a little insight.
Must be Shanni.
Taco Bell adds crispy chicken wings to their menu. Do they taste like chicken?
They absolutely do taste like chicken.
Do you think they're chicken?
I absolutely do think they're chicken. Yeesh. I don't care about what y'all say about this chicken shortage.
I haven't said anything.
I know, but I'm just saying. I know it's real, but KFC and Taco Bell are under the same umbrella.
That's true. Yum Foods.
Somebody is.
Did you know that? No. Did you know that was the umbrella?
It didn't. Did you? Yes, I did.
You might just see the Taco Bell and KFC put together the hybrid.
Their stock is doing good too.
Oh, Yum Foods. I see. Yeah.
But I absolutely do think it's real chicken, and they did good with that. Is it something that I'm like, oh, I gotta get this chicken all the time?
Is it better than KFC?
It's not better than KFC.
Oh, then I don't want it because KFC, I don't like it at all.
No. Well, see, I like KFC.
Oh, I don't.
But
I don't even know what that shit is.
But
I don't even believe it's chicken.
I think
all the time.
I think it's worth a try. I was actually surprised how good it was.
I tried the nacho fries from Taco Bell.
You told me those are fire.
Hey, they were. They were.
I have this thing with nacho cheese. I want to make my own nacho cheese.
You don't even need the cheese. They were just as a fry.
They're dusted?
The nacho cheese is the dip. But just the fries.
Are they dusted or like I don't know what the fry looks like.
They're battered.
Oh, okay.
Battered.
I don't eat Taco Bell, so that's why I don't
either. I don't either, but when I saw the fries, I said, let me go try your fries.
No, it's not nothing they could put on TV to make me try. I don't eat Taco Bell at all. Whatsoever.
Well, the fries are fire.
I'll just make my own fries.
That's cool.
That's cool too. I do that. Have you cooked anything like super since in the new year?
Oh, in the new year?
Yeah.
Not you. I told you what I'm on right now. So
you can still have some super shit in with eating good.
No, I have not.
That's the misconception about when you're eating well is that you can't eat.
No, but things. I mean, it's like what I've noticed about me with my changes is that I've just been eating more of stuff that, I was kind of already eating, just maybe jazz it a little differently. But like, no, I have not tried. We're only a few days in any other, different recipe. I just started really trying to see how I could cut out like bread and stuff like that. And then really I am going to make this tomorrow. I'm a little excited. I found now sugar-free brownies, and I'm waiting.
What's the sugar substitute?
I don't know. I gotta read the box
because that's sugar-free. Anything is bad.
I got the Pillsbury one, and I'm just hoping.
I'm just saying sugar-free. That's almost like it's like a trigger. Like they know that people don't want to eat sugar, but it's really like worse for you than the shit with the sugar.
Well, we're gonna see. Cause you know what? My cousin, she's going real hard. We had this thing of she was like,
I'm not talking about the taste,
right? I'm talking about everything about it, and I'm saying I was trying to cut all that out and really go cold turkey, but I couldn't. So I couldn't. That's just not where I'm at now. Like, you know what I mean? Like she's like, no sweets, no nothing. I was like, let me go the sugar-free route and eat it like in a smaller moderation until I can really just be like, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I would say just eat the regular shit in a smaller moderation.
No.
Smaller.
No.
Like a little bite.
No.
What if I brought in some Taco Bell chicken wings and y'all didn't even know what it was? But I said these are wings. Would y'all? And then what if y'all said these are fire? And then I was like, they're fire. Taco Bell. How would you feel?
Well,
would you feel betrayed?
No, because I'm not really eating fast food, so I wouldn't even try it to know.
All right, look. No,
I'm not. And if you tried to trick me and say you made them, I'd be so angry with you.
No, that's not what I was going to say. But I was going to say, if I made some wings, would you eat them?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Well, you can cook.
That's not what I meant. I just mean as far as them being wings. That's all.
I would, only because, like, I'm not cutting, like I said, I'm not going to deprive myself, because I think that's what a lot of people do. They deprive themselves, and then next thing you know, they eating a whole chocolate cake by themselves. But, with that, I think it's home cooked is a little different for me than, going to a fast food place at this point, where they're using the same grease over and over again.
Well,
and
home cooked is always better. You have many more options eating at home too. All right, Bow.
So you're saying you bringing some next week? Is that what you're saying?
We'll do some next week.
Okay.
All right, that new Cash App, Venmo,
no, make that mac
PayPal
and cheese.
Rule. That thing, that new, you know that new rule. It's over $600 transaction.
Yeah.
Oh, I did hear something about that.
Because people
that's went into effect now.
It's in effect, yeah. But people have kind of misconstruing the rule. It is not. It's just transactions $600 and up. So it's not like $600 total. I hear a lot of people saying like you can't do transfer more than $600 at a time.
Is it just for that, or is it with any?
It's with Zelle, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal.
No.
What?
Is it just with that, or is it with any like check that you deposit into your account as well? Because at one point they were saying that.
What it is you can't do transactions through those particular apps of more than $600. You're going to get taxed on it.
That's crazy.
So you have to do increments. If I want to
$5.99.
Okay, so but if something costs $1,200,
$5.99, $5.99,
and then $2, or then $2.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't say it.
That's foolish, but they just finding more ways to tax shit that you didn't already worked for. I don't like it.
Yeah, I mean, but America's system is set up how it's set up. Niggas that was doing a lot of business through this shit. They're just trying to figure out a way to get some of your money.
More money off of it.
Yeah, exactly. All right, they bringing chronological order back to Instagram. That's what everybody's been screaming for.
Thank God.
I don't get that. I don't use IG like that. So what, like...
They're making it go in the right order instead of just randomly showing you shit according to the...
But what's the right order?
The order that you push it up in. Like, as far as...
Like who posts? first.
So it'll be in the order. So like if he posts before I did, and then I post, we're gonna see mine, and then it's gonna be descending order, right?
Yeah,
your friends.
Instead of how right now the way it'll take something, and depending on how it got reacted to, it may show it to some of your friends, and they may do some of that still, was like holding it back from showing it to everybody, but it might show you some shit from like 2 days ago.
Right,
are they doing
at the top of your list?
So are they gonna do Facebook like that too? Because Facebook does that. Facebook be showing you shit from 2 days ago. Well, or you keep seeing the same shit over and over.
They're doing it like in different tiers, so it's going to be a little different. They rearranging the way it looks. Period.
I'm sorry, isn't it called Meta now?
Yeah, Meta.
Okay.
They have they're doing like 3 different things. It's gonna be like a following page, a home page, and some other
on
shit.
IG.
Yeah.
See, and that's what I don't like, because that's exactly what Facebook, Meta, whatever we that's what they do, and you have to constantly change the setting in order to get it into that way. Because I know that sounds petty, but nothing irritates me more than like I've gone through some, and then like let's say I get on an hour later and it's the same ones coming up, and then it's like fuck. And a lot of times you do miss stuff, because like even now with IG, they'll have like posts you may like and sponsored posts in between before you see the people
from so and so, because you like something by so and so.
Yeah. I want to see my friends.
Well, they be adding followers and adding people, making you follow people you don't follow and all kind of shit.
Yeah, and then it gets annoying with that too, because like you said, it's based on an algorithm. So I might think, like, let's say I'm following you, right? I might not see you for a week, and I just think you ain't been on, but you've been posted. But because you further down the chain, I never got to you. So, like, because I know after a while I stopped looking. I'll be like,
it should reset depending on when you came in there, but still.
It don't.
It's still going to be the funny style thing where how they show you stuff. Like, it'll be like you put something, depending on how many people reacted to it, is how many, they'll show it to a group of people, then they'll show it to a wider group of people, and they keep expanding upon that. It's fucking dumb.
So, basically, if you're never seen, then nobody's ever going to see you.
Say nobody caught it immediately. Nobody just reacted to it. Mm-hmm. Right? Yeah.
Yeah, see, that I don't know. I know.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But that is a thing everybody been asking for. So I hope people are happy. I hope people are happy. Hey, in this new NFT, crypto, money online, unregulated currency world that we have, I think hackers rule. Better get you a hacker friend. Shanni?
No comment.
Better get a hacker friend. I'm just saying. Because Todd Kramer, this dude's an art gallery owner. He had a $2.2 million worth of Bored Ape Yacht Club, which is a NFT club, and other NFTs stolen. He got hacked. His NFTs were on an internet connected like a hot wallet, right? Somewhere where you can store all your little digital fucking shit. They got out of there like 15 tokens, $2.2 million. Quickly. Hackers, get you one on your team.
Can I say this? When I hear stuff like this.
Hey, the metaverse, better have you some hackers on your team.
But that's what makes me feel like, kind of like back to my mom sometimes, where I be like, I don't be wanting everything so connected to the internet and stuff because of shit just like that.
Hey, go watch Ready Player One. Have you seen that?
That's my shit. I love that movie.
We're here.
I know we are.
We're here.
Especially with VR.
I'm saying, but as far as they do like that, they even like the haptic feedback suits. All that type shit.
Who you talking to? Yeah. I know.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't see it. I'm sorry.
Go watch it.
I feel like movies always predict what's going to happen anyway.
Homework, not for the show. It's like for life right now.
Movies always predict what's going to happen.
Like for real.
It's just.
Hey, look, you have to, at least if you're not fully participating, you have to be aware.
Right.
Right? And not have shit like flying by you, because shit is technology. The rate that technology doubles, it's like, advances It's faster than everything else. It's like they just building upon what they have. So you can't get like left behind as far as the shit because shit is changing so fast. They could just rapidly stop something right now. So you got to be aware.
I felt like I had an old person's moment for a second there.
You might have, but that I'm saying, like I said, you don't have to necessarily hardcore participate in everything.
Right.
But don't be like a parent that kids are doing some shit that they don't even know exists.
Right. I'll definitely understand.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, like, with the hacker thing, that's why I just, for a while it used to be like, oh, I could just save my card and do this. Like, I don't save shit when it comes to, like, my info online. Like, people walk around and they phone, their watches have they cards and stuff. I'll be like, nah,
it don't matter.
I'm good.
That shit in there anyway.
Whatever.
Think it ain't saved anyway?
But you get what I'm saying. Like, it's those type of things. Like, I don't, I
feel you. You want to protect yourself.
I try.
They could just go on your phone and read the shit.
You know what? Go away. Go away.
You know that, right?
Go away.
All right. Y'all ready to go?
Hell yeah. Did we cover everything?
No. But, it's always, we
only missing one thing.
It's not.
I got it.
All right, I'm saying it.
That wasn't the top message.
Here it is. Black woman creates contactless feminine hygiene dispenser.
Okay, first of all,
Ariane Long. No. Ariane Long.
Oh, she went and got the details. I see you.
Okay, but hold on. For our listeners, you just tried to play me. That shit was not at the top. That was like halfway down. My non-wearing glasses ass was trying to find the shit.
I'll be deleting stuff when we finish with it. So on my list, it was like near the top.
I ain't dealing with you. Go ahead. Now you can. Now you
give
can
him
have
the details.
shine.
Give him the details.
I don't want the shine. This is what you do.
No,
you real bubbly for
you got the story though, so it's on you.
Y'all didn't prepare me for this.
Hey, you found the story. Miss Fast Google.
All right. All right. So, and I don't know if it's Ariane or Ariane.
Right.
But the last name is Long. She is the founder of Femly, I think it's pronounced, which is a Black-owned organic feminine care company that delivers super absorbent pads that are longer and more inclusive. I told y'all I can read. I told y'all. Thank you, mama.
She's out here working for women.
So, yeah, she's doing the damn thing. And if you're confused like myself, not that the wording didn't make sense.
I don't know what that shit meant at all. I don't know what it meant at all.
Well, I watched a clip of it, and what it was an automated feminine care dispenser that was contactless. Because at first I just was like,
tampon machine?
Yeah, tampon and pads.
And stuff
like that. I don't know if there was like any.
Touch it and it pop out?
Yeah, you just wave your hand like you would if you were waving your hand over anything that was automated, and it pops out.
So why did they describe it like that?
Is it free?
That's what I was gonna ask. If that's all you got to do,
they never showed anyone putting any money or swiping their card or Google Pay, because that would make it contactless. If it was you put your card like this or the tap or whatever that is.
So those things in the women's restroom aren't free?
They were not free. They were like a quarter or 50 cents or.
Oh, okay.
And sometimes more than that. And so that's why I was with this. I know you're a guy, but the movement that they were saying to trying to actually have that stuff be free aney. No, I'm saying in general, just like to be. It's a movement with that.
I support that too.
Yeah, me too, because that shit's costly for stuff that you ain't got no control over. Like, I think it should be.
If you run an establishment and got a bathroom, you should provide that.
Right. But I'm saying in general, I think it should always
be an establishment.
Like, yeah.
I think so.
Man,
I support that. Black girl magic.
All the time.
Doing it again.
Shut up.
Major inventions. Hey, what's crazy though is why did they word it like that in the article when it actually ended up being just what the headline sounded like?
Exactly, because based off of the description, I don't know what the fuck that is. I don't know what
they're talking about.
That's why I had to reiterate.
But when I read the description, I pretty much thought I knew what it was saying, and then when she did the video, it was just what I thought it was. Like, who are they trying to confuse?
People.
The fuck y'all doing, man? Happy New Year!
It's
I know it's like 2 weeks in and shit. We like a week and a half in.
Keep the vibe going all year.
It's the 8th. Happy New Year. You know what I'm saying? We got good vibes.
Sorry. And if y'all didn't catch it, did I already say the products are chemical free? So not only is it contactless, the products are chemical free, which is important to women so we don't pick up
all that extra shit.
Exactly. That may be leading to cancer or throwing off the pH, whatever.
Yeah, quit putting all that
shout out to you.
Extra chemicals in the thing.
I'm not going there with you. You know that?
What? Just saying.
Whatever.
They be adding all the fucking cheap perfumes.
Oh, and they're free. That answers your question.
Okay, that's cool.
They're free.
Put your hands up.
That's cool.
Sky high fives. Yes. All right.
That's good.
Wait, y'all didn't go like this. One more time.
Oh, I thought that's what I did anyway. Like
your arms are so low. I didn't know.
Hallelujah moment.
Sky high fives. All right, we gonna get out of here because for the first time this year, we gotta go. We gotta go. I didn't say this so glad at the beginning.
You sure didn't, and I started to call you on it.
No, it's because I was just riding. You know what I'm
I think we rode today.
Yeah, you feel me?
We rode very well.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you don't have to be just so rigid. You feel me?
Oh, yeah.
Be flexible, pliable. All right, we're gonna get out of here. We'll are still going to pass it around. So if people want to get in touch with you, they can get in touch with you. We're going to do that right quick, and then we'll bounce rock skate.
All right.
All right. So, Taz first. If people want to get at you, how they get at you?
Hey, y'all. You can reach me at Mocha Vibes. That's MOCHAVYBEZ on IG. It's an underscore between the Mocha and the Vibes. On Twitter, put it all together.
Hey. Shanni Love.
You can find me on Meta's IG.
Hey.
At Love So Outspoken. Spelled exactly how it sounds. Love So Outspoken.
You just giving them that. You go ahead, give them that credit. You gonna make them look it up, spell it out, sound it out.
Yeah, and
you
read.
Spell it, sound it out. Did you remember that? All right. Oh, and I am Club Dynamite. Simply at Club Dynamite, change the U to a V. Very simple. Bam, bing, bang.
One question though, because this whole change the U to the V, I see a lot of people doing that. Who started that? Where did that come from? How can you guys just change your pronunciation?
We're not doing origin stories right now. All right? Okay. I want to shout out to my guy, Casty. I want to shout out to Vacation Barb. I want to shout out to Nikki Savage. I'm so happy to be back with you guys in the new year. We're going to keep growing this thing.
Yep.
You feel me?
I love it.
All right. Shout out to Extendo Guy. My guy. We out.
Peace.
Peace.